My daughter's wedding day felt like a soft storm of emotions, joy, pride, and a quiet ache I couldn't name. The hall shimmered with lights, laughter bouncing off the walls, relatives hugging me as if I were made of glass and memories. I watched my daughter from a distance, the same girl who once slept on my chest during power outages, now standing tall in a red dress, smiling at a future that didn't include me at its center anymore. A month earlier, a plain envelope had arrived at my door, the kind that looks unimportant until it changes everything. Inside was news of an inheritance from a distant aunt I had met only twice, a woman who lived modestly and spoke little. $7 million. I remember sitting on my bed, the letter shaking in my hands, whispering thank God, without knowing whether it was gratitude or fear. At the wedding, I kept that secret pressed deep inside me. This day was not about what I had gained, but about what I was letting go. I smiled, clapped, cried when she hugged me, and told myself that money could wait, but moments like this never come back. After the wedding, silence filled my house in a way it never had before. Her room stayed clean, untouched, as if she might return any moment. I made tea for one instead of two, cooked less, slept earlier. The inheritance sat in my mind like a locked room I refused to enter. Sometimes I wondered if I was being foolish, hiding something so life-changing from my own child. But every time doubt crept in, I remembered her laughter with her husband, the way they whispered plans to each other. I didn't want money to become the third person in their marriage. My daughter called often, telling me about bills, small arguments, dreams of a bigger apartment. I listened carefully, offering comfort, not cash. When she joked about how rich people have it easy, I laughed along, my heart pounding. At night, I opened my bank app just to see the number, then closed it quickly, like it might burn me. Thank God for patience, I told myself. Thank God for teaching me that love doesn't always mean fixing everything. Days turned into weeks, and I found myself changing in small ways. I walked differently, spoke more softly, noticed people more. With money came a strange responsibility I hadn't asked for. I began helping quietly, anonymously. I paid for a neighbor's surgery through a charity, repaired a school roof that leaked every monsoon, sent groceries to a widow who reminded me of myself. Each act felt like a prayer answered. My daughter remained unaware, proudly telling me how she and her husband managed to save a little each month. I admired her strength, even when part of me wanted to sweep in and make life easier. But I didn't. I remembered my own early marriage, how struggle taught me teamwork, respect, resilience. If someone had rescued me then, I might never have learned who I was. So I stayed silent, trusting God's timing more than my own impulses. Sometimes, late at night, I imagine the day I might tell her. I picture her shock, her tears, her questions. Or maybe I never tell her at all. Maybe my role is to be the quiet safety net, not the headline. I've updated my will, making sure her future is secure whether she knows it or not. I pray every night, not for wealth, but for wisdom to use it well. Watching my daughter grow into her own life has taught me that the greatest inheritance isn't money. It's values, patience, and knowing when to step back. Thank God for secrets that protect, for love that doesn't announce itself, and for the grace to be a grandmother who understands that sometimes silence is the loudest form of care.